Shalom, Israel. This is the GMS Dallas Camp, Man Up Jacob. And first off, we want to just give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders that rule well, and peace and blessings to the brothers of the elect that's out here pushing His word in sincerity and truth. Now, the Spirit's been on me lately. I just kind of wanted to give some understanding on some of the principles of this false monetary system that's established here in America. You know, just for the elect, hopefully it'll be edifying, you know, because everything that's set up in Esau's system is either false or it's not of balance, you know. And these principles, you know, that Esau goes against are abominations to the Most High, which we're going to get the scriptures on that. But, you know, I'm just going to provide hopefully light on what real money is and just kind of some of the principles on how this false, unbalanced monetary system was established, you know, and some of the things that they're doing. So first off, get the scripture in Micah.
It's Micah 6:11. Shall I count them pure with the wicked balances and with the bag of deceitful weights? It's like this is Micah 6:11. Shall I count them pure with the wicked balances and with the bag of deceitful weights?
That's right. Shall I count them pure with the wicked balances and the bag of deceitful weights? So the money, the so-called money that, you know, you people in America, you know, that you're trading with, that you're spending, that you think holds value, man, according to the Most High, that's a bag of deceitful weights, man. My wallet is considered a bag of deceitful weights. Your bank account, that's considered a bag of deceitful weights, man, because a dollar is nothing but a measurement of what's supposed to be gold or either silver, man. It's just a note of debt, you know. Go ahead.
For the rich man thereof are full of violence, and the inhabitants thereof have spoken lies, and the tongue is deceitful in the mouth.
That's right. And the rich man is talking about these elite bankers, man. First and foremost, starting with the Rothschilds, man. Because going back during the time of their patriarch of their family, Meyer Amschel Bauer, you know, they basically made a statement like, you know, whoever controls the gold rules. Thus, that's where you get the term the golden rule from. They were like, fuck, excuse my language, but forget, you know, having political control or whatever type of dominance. They wanted control of the money, because those devils understood that having control of the money, ultimately they would have control of the world, over the economic policy that's spread out throughout the world, over the military policy, because if you control the money, you back in the defense, you know, you supplying weapons and resources for the military, you know. So, and those lies too is because this whole system, starting with the central bank that they set up, man, that's a false system, man. If you're a part of a what's supposed to be a sovereign nation, what need do you have for a central bank, man? You know, if this is supposed to be a republic, what need do you have for a central bank? So this is just a lie that the so-called white man has spread throughout history, you know, just to control the minds of these peoples, you know, to make them think that they're secure, you know, to make them think that somehow what they work for, you know, and what they save has some type of backing, you know, some type of security, but it doesn't. It's a lie. Go ahead.
Therefore also I will make thee sick and smite thee, and make thee desolate because of thy sins.
Where you at?
13th verse.
Well, that's the point. Yeah, that's the point. Salaki. That's just 11. That's the point. Matter of fact, get Proverbs 11 and 1.
God. It's Proverbs chapter 11 verse 1. A false balance is an abomination to the Lord.
That's right. The scriptures say a false balance is an abomination to the Lord, a filthy, wicked act to the Lord. And we know that the so-called white man Esau, who's at the chief of the wickedness, man, he's all about a false balance. And then on top of that, he tries to lie and portray his false balance as being a just measure. You know, but through the Spirit, you know, the men of the Lord, man, has put the Spirit on our minds to awaken, to understand what's at stake during these last days, man. I'm thankful every day that the Most High gave us this word, man. So we truly know, man, we not just in a state of sleep like these people, man, going about to and fro thinking that they got something.
right.
But all these people got, man, people that's of our nation that's bragging on what they got, man, they don't really have nothing but notes of debt that they carrying around, man.
Yep.
Because all this money and so-called accounts is nothing but just numbers on a computer, man, that Esau, he can just control or regulate as he so-called pleases, you know. Is there more to that?
But a just weight is his delight.
That's right. But a just weight is his delight.
Yep.
Because the Lord, the Most High Yahweh, he's about perfect balance, man. A just weight is his delight, you know. But that's why, you know, Lord willing, through the Spirit, man, we're going to be part of the election, the governing body in the kingdom, man. And in the kingdom, man, we're going to govern all these other nations according to righteousness, according to a just weight, a just measure, you know. Because even in this society, man, we work every day, man, you know. And, you know, for one, we being taxed, which Yahweh Shah told us, you know, give unto Caesar's what Caesar's. So we know we're in his kingdom, so we got to render unto him what's theirs. But you're supposed to be paid every day for your labor, man.
Right.
You're not supposed to be waiting a week or bi-weekly or monthly to get paid your wages, you know. And that's all you're making is wages. You're not making income, because I think they twist up that word. They don't differentiate between what income and what wages are. What we brothers, you know, go to work for and get paid, those are wages. Now income is something that's earned from making profit through some type of business transaction. Income, you can equate that to profit, because wages can be taxed and subject to all other types of penalties and, you know, deductions. But the whole reason that Esau doesn't pay us daily is because he can build up more to tax us on, you know, which is wicked. According to, go ahead and get that in Deuteronomy 24:15.
Deuteronomy 24:15. At his day, thou shalt give him his hire. I'm gonna read up to 14. Read a little louder too. This is Deuteronomy 24:14. Thou shalt not oppress and hire a servant that is poor and needy.
That's right. The scriptures say thou shalt not oppress a hired servant that is poor and needy. So even if you got servants, man, you're supposed to deal justly with them, man. Because, you know, if you're a wise ruler, if you're a wise master, man, you're gonna understand that your servant is at your behest and serving your greater good. So you're gonna make sure that your servant is taken care of, man. But Esau has it to where his servants, his workers, his employees, they go to work, and some workers, they can barely fucking, excuse my language, afford to buy gas to even get to the job. Which, if Esau's system was based on the scriptures, the employee would be getting paid daily, so he would be affording to get to work every day. He would afford to have food, to have strength to work and do his tedious task each day. You know, but Esau, he puts oppressions on his servants, you know, and that's why the so-called white man, he's gonna be destroyed, man, because he, like it says in Psalm 73, he thinks lawfully concerning oppression, man. Go ahead, brother.
Thou shalt not oppress and hire a servant that is poor and needy, whether he be of thy brethren or thy strangers, thou art in thy land within thy gates.
That's right. So, because Esau, he even got his own people, man. Other Edomites, you know, subject to the same things that us brothers have to go through, or just the nation of Israel in general has to go through. You know, you got two-time losers, what we call them, Edomites, you know, who just struggling to make ends meet, you know. But even they, you know, according to the scriptures, if they, you know, laboring, they should be getting paid every day too, or any other, you know, or any of these other heathens as well, man, because it's just a fair thing. It's a just thing to the Most High, you know. A just weight is the Most High's delight, and that's why this kingdom is going to be destroyed, man, because everything in this kingdom is done unjustly. Go ahead.
At his day thou shalt give him his hire, neither shall the sun go down upon it, for he is poor.
That's right. It says at the end of the day, you shall give him his hire, his wages. It says the sun shall not go down before you pay him, basically, man. So the setup that we in, if it was a just, if it was a moral society, if it was a God-fearing society, man, we would be getting paid daily for our labors. And some of the jams that brothers be getting caught up in, we wouldn't have to endure as much as that, man. If we were having money in our pocket every day, man. Right. And ultimately, we wouldn't be getting taxed as much. You know? Is there more to that? That's pretty much the point.
No, I didn't finish.
Go ahead, bro.
And settled his heart upon it, lest he cry against thee upon thee Most High, and it be sin unto thee.
That's right. So, and you know all these oppressed, and I'm talking chiefly to the nation of Israel, because we're the poorest and most oppressed people on the planet Earth, man. And Jake, man, you know, even though Jake has a zeal, but not according to knowledge, man, Jake that's going through hell, you know, suffering poverty, you know, they crying to the Most High, man, about these things. And the Most High accounts that as sin, man, to the person that's putting them in that predicament, man. So there's going to have to be a judgment for that act, man. Because that's contrary to what to the words of the Heavenly Father, man. Not paying a man daily for his wages, man. You got something, bro?
Con. This is Colossians 4:1. Masters, give unto your servants that which is just and equal, knowing that ye also have a master in heaven.
That's right. It says masters. It's talking about masters here on earth, you know, because we only got one master, the nation of Israel, chiefly the elect, man.
Con.
You know, Yahweh, you know, why Yahweh Shah. That's our master, you know. But the masters here on earth, employers, people having rule over servants, man, you're supposed to do justly to your servants, man. Yep. Giving them their just due. But if Esau was a man of any type of integrity and understanding, he would understand that if he deals just with his servants, it would only benefit him ultimately, man.
That's right.
Your servant will work harder, you know, he wouldn't be slacking. Yeah, and you know, it would only make whatever you trying to do more beneficial. It would just benefit your agenda, you know.
Yep.
But Esau doesn't exemplify that, and that's why the Most High is set on destroying America, man. Because in every aspect of life, man, it's just unjust things, man. Like, brother, you get a ticket for not having a seatbelt, which is your car you own, and let's say you don't pay the ticket or something. You got brothers, you know, get surcharges, which is just a racket of a tax scheme to get more money out of a brother when he can barely make ends meet as it is, you know?
Speak on that, Art.
Go ahead.
Even if you pay the ticket off down here in the state of Texas, for certain tickets, the state, not just like, say you pay the ticket off for the city, you know, okay, you got that ticket in that city, you pay the ticket off for the state, they will tax you just because they feel like, okay, you shouldn't have been doing this, so we're going to tax you for this for the next 3 years of your life. Every year. And you got to pay this off, or we're going to continue to suspend your license or cancel it.
That's right,
That's
man.
wicked as hell, man.
That's a wicked. That's dealing very unjustly, man.
Yep. Or even with the whole situation with college, man. Until you go to college and they got interest on these loans. So if you're 18 years old, say you in a situation where you're basically taking care of yourself, you're gonna take those loans out, man.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, it's not guaranteed that you're gonna get a job. They take it to a level to where they start garnishing your check. You ain't making your ends meet now. They're gonna start garnishing your check. But you getting on to me for not paying my debt, but you got $1 trillion of debt, man. You know, that's the biggest hypocrisy ever.
That's right, man. And our people, man, they're living a strange delusion, man. Because I always like to go into, man, we live in the information age, man, where everything that you possibly could imagine to know anything about, man, is at the click of a mouse, literally, man.
That's just your fingertip.
You know, and our people still have some type of mindset that they're free, that they're not in servitude under this wicked ruler known as the so-called white man Esau, according to the Bible. But the scriptures say otherwise, even unto this day, even though we're not in physical shackles and chains, you know, we're still in slavery. Somebody get Baruch 3 and 8.
I'm already there. I'm there.
Get it.
The spirit. This is Baruch 3 and 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our power.
That's right. It said, behold, we are yet this day Even up until the point now, 2013, man, we are yet this day in servitude to this wicked ruler, man. You know, and it says we're subject to payments, man. Like the brother was going into, man. They emphasize you your whole life, man. Go to school, get good grades. You know, you don't want to be a nobody. Go to college. So you try to follow this blueprint and do all of these things, and you get a so-called bachelor's degree, and you come out of school and you have all this ridiculous debt before you may even have like a stable job lined up, man. You know, and those student loans, man, they haunt you for the rest of your life, man. It ain't like certain debt, man. They'll go by any means, man, with those government loans to get their money back, man. They'll garnish your wages. They'll take your so-called income tax, which that in a whole nother level is wicked too, because you taxing each of my paycheck, and then you'll only get a percentage of that back at the end of the year for income tax.
Like 1/4 of that back, man.
Which is supposed to be your wages anyway. You're already taxing your check, somebody's check to hell, and then you don't even give them the full 100% of what you've taken out in income tax the whole year. You only give them a percentage of that. That's wicked, man.
Yep.
But that shows that we're still in the captivity this day, man. And we understand through the curses in Deuteronomy is because our forefathers, which are ultimately us, you know, if you understand reincarnation, we went off against the laws, statutes, and commandments of our heavenly power.
That's right.
So we're having to endure that, but the elect, Lord willing, we're those men. We understand these things, man. You know, and we taking heed, you know, to the words of the Heavenly Father to obey His commandments, man, and really just try to operate in the system just to get our daily bread. You know, understand that we're in captivity, deal wisely, you know, with these wicked people that's above us, man, and just operate in a manner just so we can function and do this work, man. That's all we concerned about doing, man. Go ahead, brother.
This is Deuteronomy 28 and 38. I'll start at 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither the Most High shall lead thee. Thou shalt carry much seed out into the field, and shalt gather but little in it.
That's right.
For the locust shall consume it.
That's right, man. So everything that Jake does is cursed, man. Because if Jake will try to have a little business, you know, it won't last, man. Even if Jake could have a little business idea and it could be flourishing, but then them curses will kick in. Jake will get fined and kicked out of the site where the business is established for a building code violation or something stupid like that, man.
Try to help out a family member, the family mess over the business.
Yup.
You know?
It's just certain. I mean, this like the scripture saying, Micah chapter 2 verse 10, this is not our rest anyway. So that's ultimately the reason why when Jake is trying to set up businesses and trying to prosper, and I'm talking about Jake as a whole nation, because some people will get stupid and say, well, they'll try to say, well, Jay-Z or whoever are these guys who got so-called prosperity on this side, you know. But I'm talking about Israel as a whole, man. Yeah, whatever we try to get into to prosper, man, the Most High brings it to naught usually, man.
Yeah.
But matter of fact, somebody get Haggai chapter 1 verse 4.
I got you right here.
Yeah.
It's a Haggai 1. Excuse me. It's Haggai 1 and 4. It is time for you, O ye, to dwell in your shed houses, and this house laid waste. Now therefore, thus said the Most High of hosts, consider your ways. Ye have sown much, but bring in little.
That's right. So it says we have sown in much, but bring in little, man. So Jake, man, you know, Jake as a nation, man, we're the hardest working people, man. Issachar, for example, that name means he is hired, man. That's all you take Jake out the workforce, man, this place would like literally crumble overnight, man. So to say that the so-called black man or any one of the Israelite tribes, man, is lazy, man, that's an oxymoron. Because everything that we do, man, it just helps this society continue to grow and flourish, man.
Right, man. Yeah, man, the white man doesn't do anything, man.
Yep.
Every single time, like, say, we on a Tuesday camp.
Yep.
Who do we see out there enjoying this?
In the service industry, who is all working.
Exactly, man.
Yeah.
If you go downtown Dallas right now, Esau's not working, man. They're chilling. You go there on Wednesday, Esau's not working. They're chilling.
Yep.
The people who are working is Israel, man.
That's right. Even in these
and
corporate
losers of the other nations.
Yeah. Even in these corporate establishments, man, in these office jobs, Esau ain't even doing nothing. Like he's sending emails and coming around Jake's desk you know, making it, putting work on them, man, you know. Hey, can you help me with this, you know? So in every facet of this society, man, Jake sews in little, but at the end of the day, even though Jake doing all the work, they bring in the least amount of wages, and it's gonna tell why.
Ye have sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm.
That's right. So even though Jake in this society, you know, man, to be in a position to work and earn wages, man, there's always something. There's always a need here, man. You might have a family member who you gotta help. You know, it's always some type of need. Jake is not fully whole, you know, when it comes to like financial situations. There's always something on the table to deal with, man. Even in the brotherhood, man, it's always something to deal with, you know. Go ahead.
And he that earneth wages to put it into a bag with holes.
That's right. And he that earneth wages to put it in a bag with holes. Meaning everything that we earn, man, as soon as we get it, it's going right back out, man.
Yep.
When you talk about brothers got child support issues, daycare issues, your car might break down, you know, just you don't make much anyway, and then you getting taxed to hell. Then on top of that, you know, brothers may have to pay tickets, and you know, it's just all types of things in this society, man, to where the things that we earn, man, they're gone before you even know it.
Every aspect of your life, man.
That's right.
Poorly constructed car, you have to constantly throw money at.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Get the hip out your woman because she's irresponsible with her money. You know? Then you got to deal with your own demons, man. Before you came in truth, you was in school or got somebody, you know, knocked up that might not even be yours, man. It's always a catch-22.
That's right, brother.
There's no rest, man.
Yep.
There's no rest in this. This ain't your rest.
That's right.
You know?
We in captivity, man.
That's right, and that goes to show you all these people, man, especially particularly you Israelite groups emphasizing prospering this world. You ain't right, man, because we're not set here to prosper. How you gonna negate that out of your so-called truth, man? We're not here to prosper in this world, and it's showing it. It's showing that we ain't.
That's right.
Jake is messed up, man.
Yeah.
That's right, man.
We ever been.
That's right, but the whole this place ain't even set up for us to prosper anyway. Going back to the original point, man, because it's a false system. It's a system that's unjust. It's a system that's not balanced, man. It has no type of equity, man. And I wanted you to go ahead and get that definition, man. I kind of want to go into some of the type of how the monetarily policy was established in this nation, man, which is unjust, which only furthermore, you know, manifest why we go through some of the things that we go through, you know. It further perpetuates the issues that we go through, because now that we fully understand the monetarily policy, like, you know, that dollar, man, it's not worth a damn thing, man.
It's not backed by anything.
It's not backed by anything. So I kind of want to go into what real money is, man, because our people don't understand it. But right now, with this shutdown, man, I just got a feeling they trying to use this so-called debt ceiling as just a justification, man, to bring about, I think it will be on QE3 now, quantitative easing, man, which is just a measure which is just gonna basically just pump more money into the circulation, which devalues the money that's currently in circulation, man.
That's right.
But this is how this whole system pretty much begun.
That's right. This is quantitative easing. Is an unconventional.
Quote the source too.
Okay, this is on Wikipedia. Quantitative easing is an unconventional monetary policy used by central banks to prevent the money supply falling with standard monetary policy has become ineffective. Central
right, and it says when the standard monetary policy has become ineffective, and right now they just making up this little case for the debt ceiling. We've reached the debt ceiling, which we know that whole term is very arbitrary. There's no such thing as a debt ceiling, man. But they're trying to use that for justification, just to put more false money into the circulation, which is going to devalue the money that's currently in circulation, which is just going to inflate the prices of everything that you need to buy to get by on a daily basis, right, man. Go ahead.
A central bank implements quantitative easing by buying specific amounts of financial assets from commercial banks and other private institutions.
That's right. It says they buy assets from commercial banks and other institutions. So basically, the money that they print, the newly printed money, they just basically put that in those commercial banks and institutions, to where those banks and institutions, they're gonna end up loaning out this money that just was created out of thin air.
Yep, and you have this term called fractional banking. If I'm saying it right.
Fractional reserve.
Fractional banking.
Okay.
Where they don't have, they could have 100,000 in a bank. They could loan out $1 million and charge you interest, man, which is ridiculously arbitrary, man.
Yep.
You know,
because you're basically loaning nothing. Yeah, it is fractional reserve banking. Because basically you loaning nothing. You leveraging $1 million loan on an actual amount of money of $100,000. You know, and then on top of that, the people that you loaning it out to, you charging them interest. So for the white man, the house rules. You know, so to speak. It's a win-win for him. But for the people that's getting involved with those loans, man, they're just losing out. And ultimately, the whole economy, this whole economic system, it's gonna just end up just imploding, you know, because of this whack theory that they promote, you know. Go ahead.
Thus increasing the monetary base.
That's right. Yeah, thus increasing the monetarily base. So, you know, it's just increasing the the money supply basically.
Right.
Which the money that's already in circulation is just gonna be just totally devalued, man. It's worth literally nothing, man.
It's gonna be a term called hyperinflation.
That's right.
What you've seen happen in Zimbabwe.
Right.
That economy was just pushing all this, was printing all this arbitrary money to where the value of the money fell exponentially, man. To where, you know, a pair of pants was $300.
Yep.
And I'm not talking about no true religions. I'm talking about some regular old pants, man. A loaf of bread was $100.
Yep.
You know. And another example of that is what happened in Germany, man.
Yep.
No, when that
Republic,
when that money was devalued, man. And what happened there is after World War II, so the only money system that was supposedly stable was America. So everybody was buying American dollar, man.
Yep.
But now you see a shift in that. You got people, countries like China that's pushing to get away from the dollar, man.
Yep.
So when that happened, that's going to devalue the dollar too.
Yep.
You know?
If I could add something to what he just said, you got a country like Libya, they wanted to go away from the dollar, Iraq as well. And look what happened to those leaders. They killed them.
Yep.
That's the same thing with JFK. That's why they killed him as well.
Yeah, he was trying to go back to the gold standard. But with that whole thing with China and the U.S., those relations, they're very strenuous at this time because America has always been accusing China to be currency manipulators with their yuan. I think that's their currency.
That's the popcorn and killer.
Which is stupid because China holds the most U.S. Treasury notes. So if China was to decide to dump all those Treasury bills, man, this place would literally crumble overnight, man.
Yep.
But my point was, the true money is gold and silver, man. And we're gonna prove that out of the scripture. That's what true riches, what true value is when it comes to money, man.
Yep.
Genesis 13 and 2.
Okay. Genesis chapter 13, verse 2. And Abram was very rich in cattle and silver and in gold.
That's right. So the scripture said Abram, he was rich. It says he was rich in cattle, in silver, and in gold. Yeah. So the Most High in His Word, He equates cattle, which is your agriculture. You're gonna always be able to eat, have clothing, or other uses for the cattle. You know, silver and gold. That's how he was considered rich. So those are the true riches. You know, as far as money goes, because we understand in these scriptures that this word, those are the true. The knowledge of this word is the true riches. But as far as the money goes, it's having silver or gold, man. Which the so-called U.S. dollar is supposed to be backed by silver or gold. And like the brother just brought out that beautiful point, man. That's the whole reason why they blew JFK's head off down there on Elm Street, man, because he was trying to bring the gold standard back. Yep. You know, but those elites saw that, and just going into our whole point, man, they're just unjust men. They love dealing unjustly, so they were not with that program, man. because it would just interrupt their whole enterprise, their whole agenda for how they want to run just economic policy, man. But the Most High is gonna bring swift destruction for that, man.
Yeah. I was looking at you.
Yeah.
This is Zephaniah 1:11. How ye inhabitants of
Maktesh.
For all the merchant people are cut down. All they that bear silver are cut off.
That's right. And ancient Maktesh would be equivalent to what you call Wall Street today. Right. It was a merchant. It was a merchant street basically, where merchants, went to buy, trade, sell, But it says, woe until you have inhabitants of Maktesh. So all the people on the so-called stock exchange, trading different things, man, that whole system is going to be collapsed, man. Because ultimately, because this place deals justly, the Most High is going to intervene, man. And he's going to bring all that whole system to naught, man. Which is a false system anyway, because they're not even trading with real tangible resources, man.
Yep.
It's just numbers on some type of computer, man. It's all just a digital number, man. It's just a numbers game that they just play, man.
That's right. You can even see that just dealing with the economy in itself. America doesn't produce anything. It produces services, man.
That's right.
It sells ideas, basically.
That's right.
All the jobs have been outsourced, man.
That's right.
They don't make any jeans here, shirts, hats, anything. Nothing's made here, man.
That's right. And the whole auto industry, man, like the Japanese pretty much got that in a chokehold, man, because of the quality of the product that they putting before the world, man. We all know Americans cars, man, they're shit, man, for the most part. Like, it's only a few exceptions. Like, they make pretty decent trucks, but as far as their cars, man, they're trying to upgrade their equipment and resources to make better quality than they've made in the past. And that's because they're just getting just totally just wasted on the global market by other automakers, mainly the Japanese and the Germans, those automakers. And even now, like the Korean automakers, So that just goes to show, man, there's not a good product produced in this place, man. You got anything to say?
I got the scripture. Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few.
That's right. So in the times that we in, man, all the strong men's gonna bow themselves, meaning all the men that's been lifted up in pride for all these years, because the times that we're entering into, man, in these last days, man, things are gonna get ridiculously hard.
That's right.
And this false economy that's been set up over unjust balances and weights, like we've been going into, and just all this terrible economic policy and all of this quantitative easing, just hyperinflating the false dollar bill, man, is gonna make this economy fall, man, to where the grind is gonna cease, man, to where it's not gonna be any jobs, man. Like the brother was going into, most of like the service industries or manufacturer production industries is being outsourced, man.
Yep, and that's relatively a new phenomenon. Yep. That happened really in the late 70s, in the early 80s, man.
That's right.
To all those jobs been outsourced.
That's right, brother.
So now you have to ask yourself, what is America known for producing? Like I said previously, really nothing. And really ideas, weapons.
Yep.
And any time that America's in a turmoil economically, what happened? How do they get themselves out of the war and go to war, man?
That's a good point, man.
Yep.
That's a beautiful point, man. But that's pretty much all the precepts that I had wanted to bring out. I just want to go in. My whole point was, this place was established on unjust balances and weights, man. And it's going to be a main reason why the Most High is going to allow it to be destroyed, because we read in Proverbs 11 that a false balance is an abomination to the Most High. So we, men of the Lord, we should be thankful that the Most High has blessed us to have understanding on what true money is, which ultimately the true riches, like it says in matter of fact, get it, Romans 11 and 33. We'll end it on this. Whoever get it first.
This is Romans 11 and you said 33?
Come.
Oh, the depth of the riches, both of the wisdom and knowledge of the Most High. How unsearchable are his judgments and his ways past finding out.
That's right. The scriptures say, oh, both the depths and the riches of the knowledge of the Most High, man. So the men of the Lord, hopefully we're part of the elect number, man. We're considered the real rich. But I just wanted to differentiate what true riches is based on actual money, which is gold and silver according to the scriptures, man.
That's right.
You know, so with that, if any brothers got something
to say, well, you know, Esau, he's going to be set as an example of how not to rule. You know, he's going to have that hardcore slavery for 1,000 years, then just be wiped out.
That's right.
America is going to be wiped out.
That's right.
And set as a memorial. This is how not to rule.
That's right.
Pure wickedness. And as the brother's going into today, that's one of the things that Esau is doing. One out of many. That alone, it should be just utterly destroyed from there, because that's pure wickedness, man. Not only he's being greedy, he's using usury on people. Just being unjust, man.
Scriptures.
All right.
That's right, brother. Did you have something to say?
We can end it on this. This is Mark 8 and 36. For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul?
That's right. So all you niggas out there, man, that's trying to prosper and make it on this side, man, you basically trying to make it on a sinking ship, so to speak, man, because the way that this place is set up, and ultimately it's all through the will of the Most High, man. This place, it's only a matter of time before this place just implodes and just crumbles, man. And we're seeing it right before our eyes, man. And men of the Lord, man, we rejoice when we see these things, even though we gotta live and operate, you know, and function in this society, man. We understand the end thereof, you know.
Right.
So we hasten the day that the Most High speed up the process of allowing this kingdom to fall, man. Because two kings can't sit on the same throne, man. The only way that the kingdom of heaven is going to be established is if this wicked ruler and this wicked empire is just totally destroyed, man. And we're in those times.
Sure.
So with that, man, you know, I always want to say all praises to Yahweh, while Yahweh Shah, double honors to the elders that rule well, and salutations to you brothers out there preaching that word in truth, man. And with that, we want to say man up and shalom.
Shalom.